Spirits of the Season is presented by
Today, I'm Chef Peter Duenas of Mezcla Restaurants, and today we're doing a special feature on KUAM dark rum. And in the holiday spirit, we're going to do a rum raisin bread pudding with a spiced rum raisin sauce. So what do you say we get started? Okay, so for our first step, we've got a heated pot. We're going to add about 3 tablespoons of KUAM dark rum. We're going to kind of cook out the alcohol a little bit. And we're going to bring our milk to a slight boil, or heat up our milk, scald our milk before we make our custard for the bread pudding. So we want to pull it away from the heat. It's kind of hot. That's about 3 tablespoons. Then we can flame up the rum because we want to cook out the alcohol. Now that it's reduced down, most of the alcohol was cooked out. I'm going to add 2 cups of full cream milk. Okay, so while our milk is on the fire, we're going to add some whole eggs, about 5 whole eggs. We're going to add about 4 tablespoons of sugar. We're making our custard base. And what we want to do is whip the eggs and sugar together. Now we're going to add our spouted milk and some cream. And we're just going to slowly incorporate that and bring it up to temp. You don't want to cook the eggs right away. So what you want to do is just slowly add it in there. Bring the temperature up. Once you get about halfway, you pretty much add everything in there. Okay. What we're going to do is also add a cup of whipping cream to add some silkiness to the texture of the custard. And then we're just going to scrape the fresh vanilla off of the bean with a paring knife. You want to get both sides. A lot of nice flavor in there. And then what we want to do is whisk that all together. And then we're also going to add just a tad bit of vanilla extract, about a ½ teaspoon. This is just regular Pullman bread that we've cut up into cubes. This is going to be enough for about 2 large portions of bread pudding servings. What we want to do is add in some raisins. We're looking at about 1/4 cup. We're going to pour this in here and allow this to soak. You want your bread pudding to soak, or your bread to soak for at least about 30 minutes. Now I'm just going to carefully mix this. I like to leave some of these bread pieces whole. Okay, so now I've got some little souffle or casserole dishes. What I'm going to do is spray them with some non-stick spray. You don't want your bread pudding to stick. I like to add a little bit of sugar onto the non-stick so that when the bread pudding is done, it provides a really nice caramelized finish around the edging of the bread pudding. Okay, so now that it's been soaking for a few minutes, we're going to go ahead and fill our molds, the mixtures. And it is going to get some puff. So I like to get that almost like a cupcake type of puff. So it's okay to fill it up almost to the rim. And we will put this in a 350-degree oven for about 25 minutes. Okay, so for our Cruzan spice rum raisin sauce, we're gonna add about, you gotta be careful when you do that. You don't wanna catch the bottle on fire. So we're gonna add about 5 tablespoons of this Cruzan rum. It's just about cooked out. Now it's got almost like a caramel texture to it. It's exactly what we want. I'm gonna add about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar and about a tablespoon of regular sugar, half a cup of culinary cream, which is a new product that we're using. We'll add about a cup of culinary cream. Now I'm also going to add in about a quarter cup of raisins, quarter teaspoon of cinnamon, and I'm also going to grate some fresh nutmeg, which is going to add some flavor to this, and we're probably looking at about a quarter teaspoon of this as well. And I'm just going to mix this all together. And we're ready for the bread pudding. Now, my recommendation is to have this sauce warm, ready to go with a warm bread pudding, served together, or even a cold bread pudding with a warm sauce. It's a great mix. There's only one thing left to do. Taste it. Delicious. Okay, so we have a finished bread pudding that we're going to unmold, and as you can see, the sugar did its job. We're just going to place that on the plate. We have our spice rum raisin sauce with Cruzan dark rum. If you could smell this, I know our cameraman is getting hungry right now because the smell of this sauce is just so mouth-watering. And we're just going to garnish with some powdered sugar. So now we have our holiday bread pudding with a Cruzan dark rum spice rum raisin sauce, and we're about ready to taste this. And I just want to say thank you for joining us. I'm Chef Peter Duenas with Mezcla Restaurants, wishing you and your family a safe and happy holiday season.